are Orc Boar Chariots, any good past 6.0.3. Before getting into the pump wagons and where they stand in the current patch, I wanted to revisit a unit I'd tried way back, the Orc Boar Chariots. Where do these ones stand or roll in the current situation? Let's take a ride, and unlike congressional appropriations, in this case, the more pork, the better. Recruited for 750 gold and 188 upkeep, a figure that feels unchanged from time immemorial. On Ultra, this gets you 4 chariots with 5,736 health between them, or 1434 per. Armor is 80 per chariot, no shields. Leadership is 60, Orc standard. Speed 70 and charge speed 104 are equal to Boar boys, and all of them are more nimble than way back. This is good. Melee attack starts at 30 with an attack interval of 4. This is very interesting considering Boar boys themselves are 22. These do have splash damage, and their target size is very large, so even other chariots will be bumped and splashed, but max targets damage like this is 3. This is in melee. Charges will use the collision attack rules. Melee defense of 26 is no more indecent than Boar boys themselves. Weapon strength is 42, split between base 10 and armor piercing 32, which is actually quite decent, until you realize there's only 4 entities in the unit. However, this comes with a bonus versus infantry of 18, which is pretty porky or beefy, all things considered. But what's really eye-popping is that the charge bonus is 72. Mass is 1500 under the chariot rebalancing, but yeah, charge bonus 72 is pretty hefty. So we see how this unit is meant to be used to make the most out of that weapon strength, applying it with relish and mustard. The only trait is hide in forest, but it's good to know that the unit can hide in forest along with other friendly forces. Some cannot. In the Redline skills, Riders at 3 pips adds plus 12% speed and plus 12 flat charge bonus, so that's already charge bonus 84. Also, Art as Nails at 3 pips will provide plus 12 armor to this unit as a chariot unit, but the other buffs are meant for missile cav and chariots and are wasted. It's more like a reward if you're spec'd into it anyway. Ard Laz offers rank 7 chariots plus 12 armor plus 5 melee defense and 8% world save, because tankiness is godliness. In the tech tree, chariots benefit from bigger wagons, granting weapon strength plus 10% and 20% bonus unit mass, which is potentially very helpful for chariots, and painted red, offering plus 10% more speed, definitely handy, and glorious charge. Wait, what? You mean the glorious charge that Kislev high-end units and Cetra on its Chariot of the Gods gets? That offers leadership penalties from frontal charges as if charging the rear or flank, and doubles the charge bonus duration, therefore making the fat bonuses last much longer before they decay. That glorious charge. Yeah, that glorious charge. For the scrap upgrades. Without tax, weighted carriages allows for a fairly reasonable 30 scrap unit mass plus 20%, cumulative with the tech, speed plus 10%, cumulative with the other tech, and charge bonus plus 10 flat because, well, just because. That's nice. Also without text you can add wheeled blades, also 30 scrap, and this offers a simple plus 15% weapon strength bonus, but that weapon strength is what's amplified by the charge bonus, what gets used for the real attacks during collision attacks, and more is better. Killa Wagons, the tech, unlocks chariot armor, which for 50 scrap base offers physical resistance 10%. Now, that just makes them tougher against a lot of opponents, granted. Not everything, but there's still a lot in this game that lacks magical attacks. Grom can grant less lucky banners to this unit type. So how do we use the Orc Boar Chariots? Well, that part's simple. Like a freaking chariot unit. What are ya, dumb? But seriously, we want to use it as a general-purpose infantry wrecking ball. It has no other purpose, there's no missile component, its pure purpose is to wreck face with any infantry unit that is not using a spear and is fully braced to receive its charge from the front. And that was before we put Glorious Charge into the picture. Now it's just stupidly effective. So the how is simple. The real question is how to deal with when those things don't cooperate. Orc chariots aren't really meant to fight cavalry full time, but like Razor Gore chariots, they're not the worst in the world at it. And if you truly must, do it. For all that's Gork and more, give them some help, and let them just do all the damage they can in the process. It's a little simpler against ranged forces. since they're more durable than a lot of your forces, and still kind of dangerous. You can temporarily use them as decoys to distract enemies or to force them into skirmish mode, and distort enemy plans just long enough for your front line to hit the enemy sooner than the enemy can deal with your chariot. Once lines are engaged, you can try and swoop in, and even one determined chariot unit can wipe out multiple missile infantry units with a little micro and luck. These are the scenarios you are aiming for. If infantry truly is no longer a concern for you, this unit will lose relevance. If any infantry are an issue for you, no matter how elite, this unit has the potential to do massive damage to the opponent, because it chews through armor. In other words, despite the challenges, it's a unit you'd really love to have against dwarfs. And remember, Slayers may be anti-large, but they do not brace well. Take care and have fun bowling over your opposition, and then roll over them again just because they had it coming. Hey, it's the Greenskin mentality.